Okay, people, this is Prof. Manqanga once again. So remember now, this is the second part of the last video because I didn't want to make these videos too long, so I had to really cut that one and that part. So this is the continuation. So in this video, people, I'll be continuing with the last with the one that I last posted, people. So this one is a part 2 ya corner, people. I'm dealing with the last year final exam question paper grade 12. So the memo is not yet out, people. The question also is not yet out. So I just want to clarify with why do we have this background thing that is blue behind, because someone decided to upload and then yeah, so that's what happened, people. Guti, people always want Guti buzz Guti, they are the ones who did something, so which is great. We are appreciative of that because the Department of Education are going to upload it, so we'll be looking forward to that. So whatever answer that we're going to get here, going to compare with whatever that will come, but I trust that this is the right information. And remember, people, these videos are very important because the memo will only get the memo, but you won't know how we the steps we follow to get to that panel answer. So these videos are very important. So moving forward, people, remember I said that it's a continuation. So to view other questions, make sure we move and get to see those videos, the last video that I did before this one. So in this question, in this one, I'll be focusing here and here, people. I'm moving forward. And then, so remember now, this question is also an isolated question, people. It's not the same as this one because I can see that maybe the values might be, you might think that this thing they're kind of similar, but no, you must be very careful, people. They are not really similar. So check out what is happening. They are saying that if the term of another series, the one like it's different, is the first term of another series is 44 or 448, and the sixth term of the series is 14. They say calculate the sum to infinity of this new series, people. Can you see that? So it's that information that I gave you. You know that we're talking the first term, meaning your A can be represented, can be written as 1 as 4 8 because you are given the actual value, people. And then now they're saying the sixth term is 14. Oh, we know that okay, the sixth term is equal to 14. But also you know that this information is from my previous video, people. Make sure you go to watch the video, the one that below before this one, and then you go on, and then it will make sense. It will make sense. My T6, I know it can be represented by what? A multiplied by what? R to the power of 5, which is equal to 14. Can you see that? And then the question now comes. Oh, the question comes. I need to find my value of R in order for me to be able to calculate my what? To be able to calculate my sum to infinity, because I know with okay, my sum to infinity equation, people, is given by A1 minus R. So this means that I have the value of A, but I need the value of R now. So I really have to use this information to get the value for R. So let's go on, people. Let's go on. So this is what you're going to do, people. Remember, you have A, and here you have this formula. So you can take this A and substitute it here and calculate the value of R. So let's go on, people, and see. It's that your A multiplied by R to the power 5 is equal to 14. And then let's move on. This one will be equal to substituting the value of A is 448 multiplied by R to the power 5 to the power 5 is equal to 14. Then divide by this, and then divide by this. This and this cancels out, people. Your R to the power 5 is going to be equal to 14 divided by 448, and then your answer is going to be 1 over 32. Then if you put the root of 5, the root of 5, the root of 5, remember this and this will cancel out, and then your r will be equal to 1 over 2. So remember, there is no plus or minus here, people. There's no plus or minus. Why so, people? Remember, because the root of an odd number doesn't have the positive and the minus sign. So please check that. So this means we have our r as this one. So remember, now we have our r, and then we were given that our a is 14. So this means we have in every information we can need to calculate our sum to infinity. Then your s to infinity is given by a divided by 1 minus your r, and then this is going to be 14 divided by 1 minus, then your r is your half, people. Can you see that? So 1 minus 0.5. Then our answer, our sum to infinity, now it's, our sum to infinity is 28. So this is our answer. I hope, people, we get the background, people, on how to really approach these questions. I believe people would like you, at least in mind, just in a pattern, is that you are never given information straight away. You have to use something to get the information, and that is the information that you are going to use to calculate the answer that they are looking for. I hope, people, things make sense. So let's go on to our last question, people. Let's go on to our last question. Make sure, people, you can rewatch this video as many times as you can, just to make sense of the concept and then how to approach this question. So let's check now, people. Let's check this question. Let's check this question. It's also a very interesting question, people, because it introduces us to something that they call sigma notations. Sigma notation, people. So this is what we are going to do, people, or the information that you need to know, that you'll be given, people, here. This thing you must know, which, okay, it has to do sum, and you know sum now introduces you to your SN. That's another thing that you have to know. That's the first thing that you need to know. Those sigma notation, sum, meaning we're adding something there, and then we know, with, since it's under number patterns, summation, we have the formulas that we use. So everything we know. It's just that we need to link them. And then now, people, the notation is that, okay, into me, you understand is that, people, here kuzohlala ini, people, kuzohlala i-general formula yakho. General formula, always, people, always. Here kuzohlala i-general formula, and then this one, people, la izansi kuhlala la kumele uqale khona, start to finish, la kumele uphelele khona, people, la uphela khona. I'll explain, people, what do I mean. What do I mean? Meaning, kuzomele uqale uku-add here up to here, and then you sum them. Since I'm saying you are an adder, then you add them, and then you totally answer your code, and then you equate it. That will be the answer. So this will represent your what? Your SN. Are you with me? And another thing that you must know is that, people, for grade 12s, people, the summation, the sigma notation equation, most of the time, people, that you're going to see is that it's only for two. It's geometric and arithmetic. But you can see how the equations are being changed, people. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. But I believe that everything before the changes might take place, people, but suppose isn't this as expected. Every information you'll be given to be able to do that. So another thing is that with general formula, people, if the variable is not an exponent, meaning I'm not any exponent, people, in terms of a variable, which, okay, that is not what? A geometric. And then if it's like these people, there's no exponent in next, then you must know ukuthi okay lento le babiza ini i-arithmetics. But once you have an exponent of a variable, you must know ukuthi ini i-geometric. And then you know am I saying arithmetic, you know am I saying with geometric. Are you with me? So this is a quick roundabout, people. I'm not really teaching it to learn more about these things. Get in touch with us, people. Get in touch with us. The information will be below the description. So make sure you do that, people, just to get the gist of whatever that is happening here, people. Yes. So this is how we're going to attack this question now. So this means now, oh, I know that oh, since this is a question, this represents by what? A general formula or term. I know with okay, I must start with 0 and end up at k. And then now I'm given that summation with after they added all this number of terms, people, starting from 0 ending to k, I got the answer. The answer I'm given is 20,1. I'm given in terms of a fraction 20.1.6. So let me convert that thing, people, into what? Into a decimal, because, or a proper fraction, because this one is a mixed fraction. So my answer is it's 81/4. So let's go on, people, now. So we know that I need to go. We're going to start here and then end here. So another thing, people, that you need to take note is that, people, to get the number of terms that are added here, people, here, to get this, is going to like this: number of terms that were added, number of terms it's always like this, people. It's top minus bottom plus 1. So if you want to get the number of terms that were added here, people, you are going to always do this. Going to say the answer that is on top, the number that is on top of the sigma notation, minus the bottom number that is bottom, and then plus 1. And then whatever answer that you're going to get, it will represent the number of terms that were added. Honey? So we're good to go now, people. So now they say we must calculate the value of k now. Okay? Let's go on and see how are we going to answer this question now, people. So this is how we're going to answer it, people. Since I know with okay, there's nothing in the exponent, and it's given in a linear form, because there's no power that is raised here, people. This means now this will represent my one, people, my arithmetic. Are you with me? So I know with okay, I know with okay, if it's like that, meaning my Sn will be of an arithmetic mean 2a plus n minus 1 d, and then close. I know that. And then now the most important thing that I have to do here, people, I need to construct my terms now. I need to construct my terms, because what I need a first term, and I need the number of terms, and then I'll need the constant different. The summation, people, I'm having here, it's here, people, remember, I'm given. So this means now, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these, people, and construct what? My sequence or my series. So my first term, you're going to get your first term, people, by substituting the first number here, people. So my first number in this case is 1/3. My first number, which is p here, people, is 0. Plus 1/6. So these people represent my T1. And then plus. And then 1 over 3. And then when you substitute, you take the number. If you are given here at the bottom, people is 2, then you're going to go on. We're increasing 1. So it's, if you call 2, it's going to be 2. Then the second number that follows is going to be 3. And the second number that also, the third number is going to be 4. So in this case, it's going to be 0. And then the number that follows 0, people, is 1. This now will represent my what? This now will represent one T21 people. Then T plus. Multi plus people sifuna manje ubani T3. T3 wakhona, it's like that people. The number that follows 1 is 1, 2, and then plus 1 over 6. So this now represent my sequence. T1, whatever value ngizoyithola lezo represent T1, and then ngizoyithola la T2, T3, and then I can be able to get my values of A, D, and my I'll be able to calculate also the value that they want. So going on, this one is about 0, meaning the answer here now 1 over 6, and then 1 over 3 plus 1 over 3, no 6. It's going to be 1 over 2, and then my third term is going to be 5 over 6. So let's go on people and check with you. We have constructed our sequence in a correct way, because when I go check it, people, I'm a mistake, because when you make a mistake, you'll find that your values don't make sense, people. Maybe your A, your constant difference doesn't make your constant difference doesn't make sense. So it's those things that you must be aware of. Oh, so we got, meaning everything is partial, because it's totally ubani a constant difference yet vele sithola ingahle futhi. So we have everything that we need. We have A wethu ubani value ka A, it's our first term, meaning it's 1 over 6, and then the value ka D people is going to be 1 over 3. So we have this one and this one. We are short of ubani, we are short of N. My number of terms. Remember, my number of terms in 10 until wathola kanjani people, until you're always doing like this, top minus bottom plus 1. So in this case, top okay, bottom 0, means it's going to be k minus 0 plus 1. So it's going to be k minus 0 plus 1. And it's k minus 0 plus 1. So this means, our n can be written in a form of what? Of k, which is our variable of interest, and the variable that they ask us to calculate. So everything is partial in this case. So now I'm going to substitute in my formula my Sn. It's going to be n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1 d. So we have our a, or n weight in terms of k, different with d naye, and then you remember we were given the answer Sn, Sn people ile la. Lento le people represent our Sn as long as kunani, as long as kune sigma notation. So let's move on now and substitute. So our Sn, remember, written in a proper fraction, simply I think 81 over 4. 81 over 4. 81 over 4, and then your n, remember, is k minus 1. People, so yeah, man, I see when I was solving this question that it was only getting complicated, and yeah, man, I decided to really analyze the question, and I saw that I made a mistake. People, remember, my Sn people, remember, I was given remember, I was given as 20 in this format of improper, a mixed fraction in fact, so I had to convert. So I made a mistake when I converted it into 81,4 over 4. So this is the wrong answer. So people please be careful of such mistake, because we also as teachers, we also do make mistakes. So this one is 121 over 6. So please be careful of such things, people, so that ungenze a mistake moving forward. So let's go on now. Sn we are given, remember, as 121 over 6, and then n we are given here, people, as your what. Oh, I also made a mistake, people, because I kept on, when I was substituting, I substituted as k plus 1. K minus 1, but it's plus, so I made a mistake also there, people. So please be careful of such. And so it's going to be k plus 1 over 2. 2a, my a is going to be 1 over 6, plus my k, remember, my k is k plus 1 and the negative 1 of this formula. And then what is my d? My d, remember, it's 1 over 6, 1 over 6. Oh, also I also made another mistake, people. I also made another mistake. Remember, I'm given d as 1 over 3, but I put it 1 over 6 here, and for value of a I made it right, and so I made the correct substitution, but here I made a wrong one. So please be careful of such, people. So this shows that we are also human being, people. We also make a mistake, but the most important thing is to learn from them and try not to repeat them, people, because when we are marking at the marking center, these are the mistakes that we counteract, people, of people just making a silly, not really a silly mistake, but those proper mistakes, those mistakes that can cost you marks, those mistakes that they need you to be aware, So please, people, do check your question and your substitution, your calculation moving forward. So moving on, people, let's go on. When we do our mathematics, because of algebra, the rest is algebra, people. So just to confirm, I made everything correct. Substitution of Sn is this one, n is k plus 1, n is k plus 1, and then my a, value of a is 1 over 6, and then my value of t is 1 over 3. Everything is proper. So let's move on. So from here, what do we do, people? We can multiply by 2 both sides to get rid of these 2, people. Can you see that? You can multiply by 2 to get rid of these 2. So it's going to be 2 multiplied by 1, 1 over 6, and then it's going to be 2 multiplied by all of this, and then this, the bigger one, this one is going to be 1 over 3, and then plus this, and this will cancel out. So you can see that you're going to be having k over 3, because we left with k is going to multiply with 1 over 3, which is k over 3. Then this, then this and this cancel out. Then we're having 1 over 3. It's going to be k plus 1. So here, people, you can choose to take away 1 over 3. You can choose to take away 1 over 3 again. You can say 1 plus k, then 1 over 3. Then these 3, people, they will cancel out if you multiply by 3 for both sides. So you're going to be having 121. It's going to be equal to this one. Since they are both the same, people, then we can do this. and then this and this will cancel out, and then your k is going to be equal to 11 k plus 1 is going to be equal to 11. But remember, since it's under a square root sign of an even a square root, it's going to be plus or minus. So let me just put it and write it in a manner that we don't make a mistake. The first one is going to be 11, or k is going to be k plus 1 is going to be negative 11. And then we go on and find the values of k. K is going to be 10, or k is going to be negative 12. Now the question, which is which now, people, because they need a value of k, but you must not panic, people. You must take your k and come back and substitute it here, and substitute maybe here or here, and say if you are going to get this number. Are you with me? But remember now, meaning, people, we're going to remember, what did I say, people? We're going to start here and end up here. So we are moving, if you can see, from 0 moving to the positive direction. Can you see it? Moving to the positive direction. So the answer that we are looking for, people, is of a positive nature. So the answer here, k is equal to 10. So why, people, I didn't say this is not the wrong answer? Because, people, there are instances whereby now where your below answer, maybe you can have a situation like this. A below number, you have maybe a situation like this. Maybe here, but p is equal to maybe negative 13, and then k. But when you calculate your k, then your k, maybe your k is equal to maybe negative 1. Can you see that? So it depends whether your sequence lies from the negative answer, from the negative number line, or to the positive number line, or in the mix. So it depends, people, it depends. But in this case, I know from the logic code, we are starting from 0, moving upwards, people. 0, 1, 2, 3. So I'm expecting to get a positive answer. Hence my k is equal to what? Is equal to 10. Hence my k is equal to 10, people. Hence my k is equal to 10, people. I hope, people, this video really help you guys with the question regarding this. So this is the end regarding the number patterns question from last year. So this is the end, people, of the series that I've done a number pattern. I'll be starting a new one. So please do like and also comment and recommend the section that we should cover, the topics that we should cover. So this is Prof Manqanqa signing out. Makukanye.